Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog, and today we are going to be doing a video. It's a little bit calmer. Pat got a little sick because it is 16 degrees outside. I mean, the real feel is 0, like literally. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, -1. I lied. -1. Yeah, so fun stuff. So we're not able to go in the BMW and drive around, have some fun, and make noises and pops and fire and, you know, just interrupt everyone. We can't do that today. BMW barely even started with this cold, and it has a brand new battery because last night was like -15 or something crazy. Anyway, today we are going to do a little bit of like the maintenance on my 2J, and that is in regards to this little guy, and this little guy is the VVTi system. This is what changes the timing on the 2J. Because, you know, I did get the 2JZ VVTi. That's a lot of letters. I don't even know my alphabet. Anyway, we are going to rebuild this. These are known to leak for like older cars, like after they get like a lot of miles. And this one leaked a little bit. Like, it wasn't really that big of a deal. But while it's off the car, I might as well do it. If you guys want to see how I took this little guy off, go to the video right up there. Click it, watch it, and you'll see how I took it off. But we're gonna take this thing apart just for this little O-ring, this little guy. This is a special O-ring. It is a special size, and it's like chemical resistant and all that fun stuff. So you do have to order a proper one. I got mine at Drift Motion. Drift Motion sells a lot of awesome 2JZ parts. So I'm gonna take this little guy apart, and you do have to be very careful taking this apart. There's multiple ways you could put it back together, and if you put it wrong, you will break something in the engine that's very costly and possibly need a new engine. Because this is the timing, so it changes when the valves go up and down, the intake, or actually, the intake valves going up and down in exhaust. So if they don't go up at the right time, then the piston can hit it, and it'll be catastrophic failure, like instant. After rebuilding it, you could have a tuner check it, because you can rebuild it, and the timing that shows on the computer, like if they plug a computer in, or if you have like an AEM or Haltech ECU, might be different than what the car is, the actual timing of the car. So a tuner can check that by plugging a whole bunch of stuff in. I don't really know how, because I'm not a tuner. If I was a tuner, then this car would have been done like months ago. I am still waiting on the head. Go figure. Anyway, we're gonna rebuild this. I'm gonna show you guys really quickly on how to rebuild it. It's not that bad. It's pretty easy. Just pay attention. All right, here we go. Starting the rebuild. The tools you're gonna need is a 10mm socket, and that's it. Like, you just need a 10mm socket to take it apart. But you will need carbon choke cleaner just to clean up where the old gasket was, and a little bit of oil, because we're gonna have to stretch this out, because it's a little I'll show you guys. You see this little hole? This little hole is really important, because this is how we're gonna line it up. All the bolts are equally spaced apart, so it's very easy to have this put on at like a 90 or a 180, like a wrong turn, and that's absolutely a no-no, because that will destroy your engine. So this little hole right there is very important, and not every one of them is the same. They could be slightly different. It's gonna be dirty, and where this is, it's gonna be clean. I'll show you guys, but I did mark it a little bit with a screwdriver in there, like a very light mark. Loosened up these bolts. Gotta take them off. Okay, all the bolts are off, right? This little guy won't be on there either. This is what held it onto the cam. I just put it there so I wouldn't lose it, because I tend to lose a lot of stuff. And this little guy too. See? That's what held this thing in the cam. Alright, now this is supposed to come off, but oh, I got it out. Sometimes it's really hard, and you gotta like put this back here and just like tap it out. Let me see. Ta-da! Alright, that's off. This is scary. I'm a little scared. See, there's like little gears. That goes here, like that. And here is the O-ring right here. Look at that baby. Woo! Yeah, you can see there's oil on both sides. See, there's oil on the inside and on the outside. So it was a leaker. She's a leaker, all right. Okay, let's take this off. I should be wearing gloves. I never wear gloves. This is terrible. I'm a terrible person. Oh yeah, this thing is flat. This thing is super flat compared to this guy. Can you tell the difference? Look at that. Alright, put that to the side. And... alright, let's clean her up. Alright, I want to emphasize how important it is to have a clean surface, because, you know, I'm going to put this down and then it gets dirty, and it's frowned upon. It's definitely frowned upon. You don't want to get these surfaces dirty, these gears dirty. Oh, smooth. And put this little guy there. And then over here, you can see the groove. That little groove is where the O-ring goes. So we got to clean that little guy up too. Now you're going to want to clean everything. Make sure all mating surfaces are clean. Alright, I took this off so it's a little easier to carry, a little easier to see. Just popped right off. Alright, you can see here, a little like mash mark or like a dimple right there. And on this one, there's one as well right there. As well, there's a flat spot. And there's a flat spot right there. And it's like a missing tooth in there. And it only fits in one way. Line up the mash marks. Line them up and fits right in. Done. Next step, you want to put these two pieces into this little guy. And same exact concept. That flat spot I told you, right where that little dimple is, this also has a flat spot right there. So, you want to hold this right at that flat spot, and hold that right at the flat spot. See? Got the two flat spots. You want them to line up. A little hard on camera, and there we go. Slipped right in. Locked in. Now, that part's done. Now we come back over here to this little guy. Here is the new O-ring. I'm gonna get some fresh oil. Wet it up a bit. I should really be wearing gloves. Who wears gloves? Alright, now. This, we're gonna have to stretch this baby out. So stretch, 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 stretch. Stretch Armstrong. Then this goes in here. And oh, I didn't stretch it enough. See, if you don't stretch it enough, you can see the O-ring is too small. So, once again, stretch, stretch, stretch. It's just a little scary. I don't want to break it. That would suck. Then I gotta run another one. And it's gonna give you about 20 seconds to put this piece on here, because this will, you know, shrink back up again. So put that in place. Hold this with your pinky right in here. And drop her in there. There we go. That should be it. And then bolt her back up. Alright, I'm going to put these bolts on loosely, because this does give you play even though the bolts are on. That's where you have to be careful. That's why I marked in this little hole with the screwdriver the very edge, so I can put it in its exact location, because like I said, you don't want the timing to be off whatsoever. Not a single degree. So this goes on. Right? Notice how all the bolts are on, but this could still move. So like I said, right in this hole, I marked it right on the edge. So I'm gonna line her up and I'm gonna tighten all the bolts up. Alright guys, I am done rebuilding this. Again, I want to stress it. I can't stress it enough. It's very important to add this whole top piece onto the gear in the exact same position. Just make sure that that's like the most important part here. Everything else pretty much fits in only one way, really, or else it just won't go together. I have been working on other parts. I am currently working on my fuel system. Here's my top hat. I'm trying to customize the original top hat. I don't really want to go with that PHR aluminum one. It's like 500 bucks. It's crazy. And yeah, I also got, you know, the catch can system that I am working on for the valve covers, both of them. So I'm doing like little jobs here and there while I'm waiting for the head. But that is it for this video. Make sure you hashtag, you know, Pat Get Better down in the comments below, because he's really under the weather. He needs, you know, a little morale boost over here. So thanks for sticking around, you know, bearing with me with this video. It wasn't that exciting, but it is very important for the 2J and 1J VVTi owners. You have to do this maintenance, and it saves you like 150 or 200 bucks that they would cost to get it rebuilt at a shop, or to buy a new one. I mean, they're expensive. It's expensive to rebuild, and they're expensive to buy new. So that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, go down, subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment so we know who you are. We want to connect to you guys. And remember, work hard, stay humble.